I think we need to have an ad renaissance for me to be okay with the way we're having ads being like back into the pool. You have to start trying again.
You have to keep in mind, like, most people don't watch the ads; they just skip them. So it's like, why would you even try? Because you're saying now, like, oh, I just skip them in 5 seconds anyways.
They're getting into double unskippable.
Might as well make the first 5 seconds. Buy my product, and then you do the actual ad.
Yeah, that's usually how they do it now. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but
I would love if they did it. Buy my product,
and then you skip the ad.
I can't tell you how many times I see them like, wait, don't skip. That's why I immediately skip.
It's just like a shitty mobile game.
Yeah. I'm John.
I'm Alfonso.
And I'm Darren.
Welcome to the Scat Cast. We don't know either. But you know what I do know? Take me back to those summer nights in 2010 when ads actually were fucking interesting, bro. Because we're in a podcast. I think the future, at least in America, our like fucking crisis, our war is gonna be a war with advertisers. Hear me out. Like the way they approach themselves.
Dude, wait until he hears about ad blog.
Yeah, for real. What the fuck?
Basically, it's like every time someone makes a new platform with no on the internet, like the Amazons and the YouTubes, advertisers like, yeah, but we'll give you money.
Yeah.
And every time they're like, no, we'll hold out. And then, the advertisers are like, we'll give you $5 billion. Let us run our ad on your platform. And then Amazon's like, yeah, fuck it. YouTube's like, yeah, fuck it. And then YouTube was like, you know what?
YouTube's very picky with its ads, actually.
But YouTube's like, you know what? You throw in some extra dough. We'll give you double unskippables. When the doubles and skippables popped out like late 3 years ago, like during COVID, I was like, y'all motherfuckers getting a little too comfortable with forcing me to watch this bullshit.
You know what you were telling me earlier?
Yeah.
You said that you watch a shit ton of predator catching videos. That you watch and body cam videos. Yeah,
I watch body cams now. I started watching
true crime.
Those are shit. I fucking like the cops is going like, what the fuck? I'm like,
you know what? You get millions of hours of that shit for free. And you're telling me you can't handle a fucking 15-second unskippable ad?
It's a little disrespectful.
Bro, I'm telling you, if you didn't have
those my time,
that's so fucking pompous.
if you didn't have those annoying ass ads, you wouldn't have that shit to watch.
And it's free, baby.
You remember back in the day where
we pay for it every month.
When you're talking about those awesome ads from 2010, you had to sit there and watch ads for 11 minutes straight.
It was 2 minutes because each episode was 11 minutes. It was like an 11-minute, 2 minute.
So 4 minutes.
Like 4.
It was there was two splits. Like there's 2 4-minute periods.
Some cartoons are just a 4 minute.
No, like 2 minute.
Like they'll do like the 11-minute segment and then the ads and then the other.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you're right. It was 4 minutes per ad, so 8 minutes of ads in total because it was like 15. There was the 30-minute time period. So yeah, the 4.
Regardless, you're complaining about little fucking 15-second ads.
But that's what I'm saying. With the 15 seconds, they just fucking suck. With the 4 minutes, they knew they had you for 4 minutes, so they actually fucking tried.
But those weren't 4 minutes.
How about
of one
you take 15
ad.
seconds as if fill out a job application?
But they were like.
Yeah. Got him.
But no, but I'm saying, like, dude, in 2010, like when you had to watch that, like, 15-second Cheez-It, it was pretty fucking funny.
We were watching Cheez-It ads before this, by the way.
And then like this, now the new ones are like, how you do, fellow
it's
kids?
Like the same
this is lit.
kind of humor. I don't know.
It's not. It's
because they're probably all written by like the same guy.
No, new guy needs to work on his material. The old shit was funnier. And like the cheese is actually, because the goldfish, the snack that smelled, they had fucking lore. There was layers to the goldfish. They were like under their bed. They would do like these fucking
For
adventures.
this 30-second segment, we're going to jump into a pool and sell you goldfish. For this other 30-second segment, we're going to drive race cars and sell you, I don't know, it's like,
it was fucking cool.
It was Mr. Beast videos.
It was worth my time. They went to space. They fought fucking pirates. The Cinnamon Toast Crunch came up with creative ways to become
goldfish fight pirates.
They fought pirates. It's an ad.
They probably did something like that.
They fight. It was like they fought space pirates. So they did something in space with guns. It was they fought somebody. I can't remember who. But either way, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch guys had all like creative ways of doing cannibalism. That was pretty cool. The Capri Sun kids would get flattened in like wacky ways. I
never actually saw any Capri Sun ads growing up.
The fact that these ads are sticking with me, and I'm fucking 21 years old, about to be 22, and I saw these shit when I was fucking 10 and 11. Like they made some good fucking ads. They made some good fucking ads.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm telling you. Like, I would never want to see that again. The most iconic ad is the fucking Skittles sex ad. Or better yet,
that one never even aired.
I saw it was on Super Bowl one time. It was on Super Bowl one time. I remember I saw that shit. I laughed my ass off. I thought it was like a fucking Mandela effect because no one else would talk about it.
It probably came out like 2005. There's no way you even remember that shit.
No, it was like It was mid 2000s.
He's watched it on YouTube so many times.
That's what I'm saying. You probably remember watching it on YouTube.
Maybe I don't fucking. Anyway, I also remember the Skittles one with the old black guy who could like every time he touched stuff it turned into Skittles.
Yeah,
that was he was just like, have you ever had to like stare at your own newborn child? And he's like, pick up the phone, slam the desk. I was like, that was fun. Those are good ads. These are good damn ads.
I don't know why. I remember the Airheads ads a lot of the time too, where they're fucking like
Their heads blowing
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that shit.
Those were good. Those were good.
vividly.
There was another ad. I was invested in their story too. It wasn't Goldfish. They were telling us. Fuck, who was telling a story? Skechers. The fucking the Knight Rider.
Oh
yeah.
like the superheroes.
Skechers Z-strap.
Yeah. Z-strap.
They had a cartoon.
They did.
Yeah,
Dog,
they did.
I used to.
They had comic books too. You buy the shoe and you
I
get like
did
a little
not
comic.
know that. I just remember
They had a show on Nicktoons. I remember.
Really?
I watched it. Yeah, I remember that shit.
I remember that too.
That's fucking dope.
I thought that shit was fucking badass.
And then hell, I'll raise you this. Even when it was like an infomercial, Chia Pets was fucking banging. Chia. And they would just show you like these whack. There was an Obama Chia Pet.
Yeah.
There was an Obama Chia Pet, bro. I saw this.
Dude,
The Obama Chia Pet is crazy.
Think there's a Trump Chia Pet?
I think
There has
there's
to
one.
be. There has to be.
Dude, the hair. Yeah, that's perfect.
Fucking.
Yeah. Can I see
I
it?
think it's an official Chia Pet too.
It has to be.
Yo.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. Wait, did they make a Joe Biden one?
Dude, I hope so.
Is Joe
good
Biden
marketing.
marketable like that?
We're about to find out.
I don't think so.
Sorry, I think you're a brand risk, bud.
Yeah, Obama.
This is a fucking old man. Oh, there is a Joe Biden one.
They're both old men. What do you mean?
Wait, is there a George Bush one?
There has to be like
How
one
far
for
back
every-
does this go?
Yeah.
There has to be one for like every president. Because they definitely have to do a George Washington chip. But like, I feel like that's just a given, right? A Lincoln
Is it a
chip.
given?
No, wait.
There has to be a Washington.
No,
and
there's no George Bush Chia Pet. There is a Washington.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah.
was the brand risk because he did 9/11. That makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. Fucking what's his name? What is his fucking name? Oh my god, hold on, give me a second. I'm like-
Lincoln.
not Lincoln. It was another ad.
Taft. Oh.
It was.
I was gonna say
fucking-
Taft.
It was the fucking what's the bird? The Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. The mom always
Yeah.
going to court and shit, and him like explaining his fucking why
Oh,
he
yeah.
crashed. He always
Yeah.
explained why he crashed out in the most
And then
elaborate
nobody
way.
believed him.
Yeah, he's like, I'm Cocoa for Cocoa. You know, it was like a fucking.
He had a mental disorder. They treated him like shit. Like
They did. They just made.
he was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
God, man. And then did the Cheeto? I feel like Cheetos didn't have good ads. I want to say they didn't.
Well, I feel like it's just the.
It was just him being a cool dude.
Chester, yeah.
Yeah, it was just Chester doing some cool.
Oh no! You know what is the best Cheetos ad?
What?
They're in Plants vs.
Zombies
Yeah, Plants
crossover.
vs. Zombies.
You
What?
played Garden Warfare 1. They had the crossover with Chester
I thought you meant
Chomper and the Cheeto
I thought they made a
scientist.
physical fucking ad with them together.
It was you originally you would buy the Cheetos box and it came with a code. You put the code on like PlayStation, it would give you the skins. But then they just made the skins available for everybody.
Yeah, because you do like the gotcha thing and like get the packs
Yeah.
for it. That's what I remember. I didn't know that, but that was a good.
That was
collab.
peak.
That was a
peak.
good collab.
We need more collabs like that.
That was
They
actually
also
really
did
fun.
it was like a Capri Sun. It was like some sports drink, and they
Yeah.
had like a berry pea shooter that went along with it.
Oh, that's cool.
It was the one with like extra splash damage.
They should bring shit like that back. Like I want to play as Ronald McDonald in the Burger King in Fortnite.
Imagine him just gunning someone.
Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome. What do you mean?
Bravo 6 going down. But no,
They had Fortnite McDonald's toys.
I'm sure
Either
at some
or, I
point they
guess.
did. I wouldn't be surprised.
but like that's what I'm saying. Like the fact that advertisers have just gotten lazy and just start pushing out slop. Like what's this Gen Z? Like Gen Z slang it hasn't even hit like the level of like good iconicness. Because I'll say it like this: the ones in the 2000s were timeless. Because adults because think about it, the ad game. Because I remember one of our episodes, call back to that one, we talked about the Wilkins coffee ads, where it was like, even back then, like, it wasn't the old-timey language, it was the actual story that was being told that was so interesting for the ad. The language they use in these old 2010 ads wasn't, like, dated. You couldn't tell, oh, they're obviously trying to, like, talk like they're from fucking 2025 or some shit. They were just simply a good bit. It was like a comedy bit, like a Chappelle Show skit, a Key and Peele skit. They just made a good skit and said, hey, we're the ones who made it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was it, and that's why they were good. This new shit's just ass. And I
What about the Burger King ads?
I don't remember.
they were hit or
any
miss
of
for me
them.
because I just
No,
remember
the new
the
ones.
fucking
That saved their brand.
Oh,
Whopper
Yeah.
chicken. I think that's because
It was meme the hell.
yeah,
People
because I
actually,
think
like, thought
it
of Burger
was
King
so
again.
bad it was so good. You know what I mean? It's like
It was so catchy.
it wasn't bad at all.
it was bad. That was
It's
good.
just on my playlist now.
Is it on white people songs?
Probably
White people
isn't
have
that
sex?
playlist.
Is it on songs white people have sex?
Yo, check. Is it on Spotify?
It has to be on.
Is there a fucking album of Burger King jingles?
Whopper, chicken, Whopper? And
You
he's
don't have
just going
Spotify.
in.
Wait, no, you don't.
Wait, is that?
He doesn't have Spotify on his laptop. Is
No.
photos of Spotify? Wait, you don't have Spotify?
You have photos of Spotify.
Yeah, it's like the JPEG of the logo saved.
I don't know why. It was probably for one of
It's looking for a thumbnail or thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that.
that makes sense. That's so funny.
WAP. Wait,
Like I looked up Spotify in his laptop and it just brought up a JPEG.
It's on there. It's on, at least I think it's on there.
Is it?
It's on there.
Oh shit!
Peak.
But damn, Burger King has an
That'd be cool.
official Spotify account. That's crazy.
There's also the Home Depot song on here.
Oh yeah, that is. That is. It's on my playlist.
God.
But yeah, I think we need to have an ad renaissance for me to be okay with the way we're having ads being like back into the pool. You have to start trying again. They
So
need
you
start
have to keep
trying
in
again.
mind that like most people don't watch the ads; they just skip them. So it's like, why would you even try?
they're not- but-
Because you're saying now, like, oh, I just skip them in 5 seconds
now
anyways.
they're getting into double unskippable
Might as well make the
territory.
first 5 seconds. Buy my product, and then you do the actual. ad.
Yeah, that's usually how they do it now. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but
I would love if they did that. Buy my product.
And then you skip the ad.
I can't tell you how many times I see them like, wait, don't hit skip. I immediately skip.
It's just like a shitty mobile game.
Yeah.
How does he
Oh
beat
my
this?
God.
Impossible.
Okay. Mobile games where they just like are totally shit at the game. On
How did he
purpose.
beat
Yeah.
this? Is so hard.
I saw one and I was like, oh my God, I forget what it was. It was some shitty like fucking like city building game or whatever the
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he was like, oh no, the Rizzler, he's gonna goon on me.
I saw that. I saw that.
You
shit. I
guys
saw
are
that shit.
lying. You
No,
guys are
that was
fucking
King
lying.
Shot. It was a new King Shot.
Yeah,
Fucking lying.
I was like, oh no, the Rizzler.
The Gooner gang is
goon
gonna
on
kill me, and
us.
the
No
Rizzler is gonna
fucking
take my
way that's
shit.
real. No. What's it called? The Gooner?
I don't-
Gooner gang. It's called King Shot. It's
The king.
I can't believe you remember the name of the game. That's crazy.
because it's like the only mobile game I get
Yeah.
ads for now.
God, this shit made me laugh.
And the Red Gooner gang just brought the Rizzler to X3. Keep slinging those arrows. He's trying to enter from the backside. Come on. We made it today. This is King Shot, the top survival game of 2025.
Okay, now it's
The shitty TikToker who made that ad is fucking swimming in dollars right now.
I'm sure.
Scrooge McDuck. The shit is everywhere.
Oh my God.
that's
Dude,
real.
have y'all seen the ads for the fucking the DC one? You know what I'm talking about?
What do you mean?
Oh, there's a
Oh yes, like the little like doomsday thing. Like,
Yeah.
the doomsday shelter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I saw those fucking ads so many times. I was like, dude, I gotta get this game. And I went to go download it. The shit wasn't even out yet. They fucking flooded all the different apps with these fucking ads and everything. And I swear to God, I put like a notification. I wanted it to tell me when this game came out. I downloaded it. That shit was just like all the ads. That shit had every single thing from all those ads. It had the fucking match 3 shit. It had the city. It had fucking every mobile game fucking trend you can imagine, all shoved into one game.
Yeah. So there's another game like that. It's called something escapes.
Cityscapes? Was it?
Escape.
Escapes.
Escapes. I think it is. Yeah. It's literally like you have like the match 3, then you have like little puzzles.
Yeah.
and it's like-
And then like the drag.
And then like the mother is like freezing to death and her child's
Yeah.
starving. You have to like start a fire or some shit by clicking on the screen. It's like something like that. All in one game.
This is off topic, but it's kind of tangentially related to like the mobile game idea. Did y'all see the fucking leaks for the new Sonic game? By any
No,
chance?
I'm actually really curious. What were the leaks? I'm looking.
So it's the racing game, like Crossworlds. The leaks were basically that the red Angry Bird is going to be playable.
Hype.
SpongeBob is going to be playable.
Hype.
Yo.
There's already been leaks of SpongeBob and the Bikini Bottom map that you can race on.
That's not even a bad like idea. I'm kind of fucking with it so far.
I can't remember what the others were, but that was the fucking craziest shit to me. They're putting SpongeBob in a fucking Sonic the Hedgehog game.
Yeah, I guess Sega is just reaching out. Is it almost
Well, it's because remember Paramount makes the Sonic movies
so they have access to all those properties
Mhm.
now?
because Viacom was Paramount.
Oh my god! And it's a racing game, so it'd be like a Mario Kart, but it'd be Sonic.
Yeah.
They might be cooking. Cause I know there's a new Mario Kart coming out, but the thing is, like, they just can't copy Mario Kart. They have to, cause okay, one of the Sonic games.
Well, I mean, there's been like 4 or 5 different Sonic racing games.
I
at
know,
this
but I
point.
was saying the one I like.
The one I played on the DS just felt like Mario Kart.
That's basically what it is.
But,
Just
like,
diet
shitty.
Mario
They
Kart.
should make it like so much faster than Mario Kart. You know what I mean? They like Speed Racer. Like what was that? Speed
All-Star
what's
They
it
Racer.
called?
should make it to where they're running on their fucking feet because that's what Sonic does.
What's the-
Why is he in a car?
What's the game for that Captain Falcon's from?
F-Zero?
Yeah, make it like F-Zero. It's like super fucking fast.
Dude, I didn't know. Okay, do you know why it's called F-Zero?
No.
Formula One.
Yeah.
F-Zero. I didn't fucking know that. That's
Formula
crazy.
Zero.
I don't know why that fucking blew my mind when I heard that. I was like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at the leaks. Is it called Crossworlds?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just looking at the cover art.
There's like, I've seen like leaked like rosters and stuff that had like lists of every single one of them. Like I know the Ninja Turtles were on the list. I can't remember what else there was though. Like I know there's other shit.
Oh, I got it. They have SpongeBob, Patrick, the Turtles, Steve and Alex.
Oh yeah.
Aang, the live action versions of Sonic and Shadow. Hatsune Miku.
Yo.
Well, Sega owns Miku. That makes sense.
That like purple thing from like Knights.
Oh yeah.
What else? And then they have like some random Sonic villains, and then the fucking monkey.
Oh yeah, from Super Monkey Ball. Yeah. Did you know the crossover shit in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed?
I played. Yeah,
I've never heard of that.
It was
that,
after
that one has the Heavy, the Scout, and the Pyro from TF2.
Actually?
In it. Yeah. And then it has real life it has Wreck-It Ralph in there.
It also has Danica Patrick for some reason.
Yeah, it has like real life fucking people in there and shit. But the Valve characters is the craziest part to me. Why the fuck would Valve even put their shit in there? What is the fucking overlap there?
This is hype.
Another leaked one has, I guess it's like a guess. They have fucking, I think that's, who's this dude in the bottom left? He looks like from Yakuza, but I can't tell who this is.
Bottom right, you mean?
Bottom right, yeah.
Yeah, that's Kiryu and Joker.
Okay. Yeah. We got like Persona. The one I was looking at earlier was this one, and this one looks a little more official, but they all could just be photoshopped.
Yeah, that's the fan-made like roster based on the stuff I saw on there. I think as far as I know, all that stuff on there is like more or less confirmed from like actual leaks.
Gotcha.
Bringing up the crossover shit, I think I have to bring it up. Did y'all see like the new Marvel fighting game shit?
Yeah.
God, this shit's so fucking hype. Oh my God. It's called Marvel Tokon. Tokon.
Oh, like Token, okay.
Well, not
like Token, but it's Tokon.
Yeah. No, that shit is okay. So it's made by the people that made Dragon Ball Fighters, but it's like a 4v4 fighting game. Like
you're jumping people.
Like it's the first ever 4v4 fighting game. There's never been one.
No, it's gonna be like a JJK jump. Like you're jumping people.
Yeah.
It's 4 dudes just beating the shit.
Well, I mean, Marvel vs. Capcom had 3v3. This is the first time it's been a 4v4.
Honestly,
not all 4 players are gonna be like on the screen at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like you switch out.
Well, I mean, they can be.
Oh,
yeah, because you have assistants.
Like a Smash thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. The fucking character designs in there are crazy to me. But I like a lot of the character designs.
They look good. Yeah. It reminds me of like the Marvel arcade games.
I wish Cap would look like this instead of what he looks like in Marvel Rivals.
That's what I was saying.
I see.
Dude, he looks so much better.
Costume.
Yeah.
He looks so much better in this game than he does in Marvel Rivals.
That's like the 2099 Captain America, isn't
Who cares? He doesn't have to look ugly.
Yeah.
What the hell?
He looks too blocky and weird.
I mean, in this one, Iron Man looks like a fucking Gundam, and I don't care.
It's like he has diamond armor in Marvel
The only one that
Rivals.
looks normal is Spider-Man. Then like fucking Ghost Rider and Storm look like they're about to like fucking...
I still don't like the Spider-Man. I'm not gonna lie.
He just looks anime-ish.
Like, he's okay.
In the fighting game?
Yeah, the fighting just looks kind of anime-ish. You know, bigger eyes.
It looks like Japanese Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But with bigger eyes.
Like, he looks aight. I'm still not a huge fan of, like, the over-designed, like, Spider-Man type shit, usually. The Ghost Rider I'm a fan of. Doom looks sick as fuck.
Yeah. Also, it looks hard. It looks like it's going to be a really fun game.
It's made by Sony.
Yeah, they might not.
Like, that game is being made with PlayStation money. It's a PlayStation game.
Oh, we're eating so good. The PS6 is going to roll out with this shit, my nigga. What? Oh,
I mean, PS6... No, it's a PS5 game.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
New gen hype.
God. Oh yeah, the Switch 2 came out.
This might be my first fighting game. That's gonna make KJ so fucking mad.
I told him about that.
Okay.
Yeah. No, because I watched that shit live. I watched the PlayStation live stream. That's where they revealed that. I swear to God.
Spider-Man 2 does look ugly. What the hell?
Wait, someone?
I didn't even notice that in the trailers.
In what?
Like how ugly the Spider-Man suit looks.
In Marvel Rivals or?
No, in the
Token?
Yeah, the Tokon fighting game.
Yeah, I don't like when they look like that in the game. Like Marvel Rivals Spider-Man looks so fucking ugly to me.
Yeah, I don't like that either. Like the big, huge spider. Like,
yeah.
Iron Man does look cool, like the Gundam.
But no, like I was watching that shit live. I swear to God, I popped off and I immediately ran over to KJ like mid-set and like told him about it.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
Because he plays Skullgirls. Skullgirls is based on Marvel vs. Capcom, and this is like the next.
This is the thing.
This is like the next evolution of Marvel vs. Because that's the crazy thing. Is it's not Marvel vs. Capcom. It's a completely different company making it.
Yeah.
No one else has ever made a Marvel game before.
Oh shit, their Star-Lord looks pretty cool too.
It looks sick, yeah.
I don't like the hair.
The hair is, I like the suit. The hair is whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like I hate when they give people like the fucking Johnny Test hair, and you know what I mean? Like that shit looks so
like
stupid.
It's fitting for Star-Lord.
Yeah, for Star-Lord, because he's
is.
stuck in the 80s. That's
It
like,
is.
it's cool.
Like when I was playing the Guardians of the Galaxy thing, like
The role-playing game, whatever it's called?
the Square Enix one. Like that was like the one thing that I could not get fucking like over when it came to Star-Lord's design in that game is he has that fucking hair.
He just looks like a douchebag. But
But I don't know how to describe it. Like I just don't fuck with like the hair that gets like, I don't know.
Storm not having pupils actually makes her look intimidating as fuck, and I like that.
I don't like when Storm has pupils. She should have like all white eyes, in my opinion. Like that's like the main thing I don't like about the Marvel Rivals one. If she had like all white eyes, she would look so much better.
I mean, she looks fucking intense. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. She's like, I will fucking fuck you up. Ooh. Yeah, then I'm looking at some of the still frames. This game looks fun. This game looks pretty fun.
No, it looks really, really good.
You could just have 8 people in a lobby waiting to jump. Oh my god, because then you start roasting your friends when they're getting washed and they're like, you tag me.
Well, so this one is not like that. It's like you control all 4 characters at the same time.
Oh, so it's just like it's a 4v4. Oh, so it's basically just like Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it's literally it's made by the same people that made Dragon Ball Fighters.
Gotcha. I thought you meant there's 8 people in the lobby like trying to.
No.
Okay, gotcha.
That's how 2XKO is.
That's what it is.
2XKO, you literally have 2 people on your team doing it. This one is you physically control all 4 characters at the same time.
Is it the League Fighter?
Yeah. That shit looks kind of ass. I'm not gonna lie.
Is it out yet?
No. But that's just launching with like 8 characters. That's crazy.
Ew.
You can't launch a fighting game with like 8 characters. I promise you this one's gonna come out with like 35.
TXKO.
2XKO.
2XKO.
Like it looks cool. I know I just said it looks like ass. It doesn't look like ass. It looks cool. But I feel like that's just gonna be dead on arrival just because this is coming out
Around the same time.
Actually, I don't know when 2XKO comes out. This comes out 2026.
I mean, it don't look.
They announced it like really soon then.
Well, it's been in development for years.
It looks very polished. I'll say that for 2XKO.
Well, I mean, that game's been in development for over a decade.
Yeah, it looks very polished.
How are you gonna have a game that's been in development for over a decade and it launches with like 8 characters?
Yeah, that's kind of
That shit's crazy to me. You know how many fucking characters League of Legends has?
What if their movesets and combos are like so intricate it kind of doesn't matter? I'll give it.
Well, I mean, I get that. But still, it's a tag team fighter. Like you have 2 people. You have 4 characters on screen at the same time. You see half the roster in one match.
But think of it like team ups. There's like different combinations and like play styles you can probably pull out. Maybe.
I mean, I get that.
I'm just speculating.
I get that, but at the same time,
it might take some time.
Also, the movesets are simpler.
Oh, I have not seen games.
Yeah, they like typically in fighting games, you have like a lot of like fucking inputs, like all over the place. You have to like go like forward, back, down, like shit like that. And this one you don't do that. It's literally just like smash inputs.
Oh, like a button in a direction?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So like they made it all simpler. So I don't know. I mean, they look good. Like visually, it's a good looking game, but
I'll have to see how this plays out. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
I'll say the Marvel one, I'm just like I've been playing Marvel Rivals, so I've already got some, hype.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
It was the first time there's ever been like just a straight up Marvel fighting game. I think
It's always been like Marvel v Capcom, like something like partnered with it.
I think there might have been an X-Men one back in the day, but
That was like a long time ago.
Yeah, I think that was like before Marvel vs.
Yeah, I played that
Capcom.
one recently at an arcade. It was Avengers versus X-Men or something, or Marvel versus X-Men or something like that.
Yeah,
It was a fighting game though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was like before they made Marvel vs. Capcom. They made like the Avengers games
Yeah.
before the X-Men games before that and stuff.
Probably.
I don't know. Like when I saw fucking Doom hit his fucking super move and he went like, you like did that shit. All the Doom bots fucking came flying behind him and shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's cool.
That stuff makes me hype every single time. Like,
Yeah.
I like fighting games. I'm not like the biggest fighting game player of all time, but like anytime I see like a cool fighting game, it still makes me excited just because it's a cool fighting game.
I
It
get
just
you.
looks cool.
I get you.
You know?
Hype moments and aura is what fighting games are all about.
Yeah. I don't know. I really appreciate hype moments and aura in the game. I'm not gonna lie.
I think that's
Some movies too.
But like, yeah, if I'm thinking movies, I'm thinking like, because you could almost argue there was like hype moments and aura in Morbius, but at the same time there wasn't. It was just like, oh my god, I can't.
The
believe
music started ramping up in tempo, and then you were like, "Oh, dude, this shit is hype."
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't think there was any hype moments or aura.
Have sex.
Morbius had like negative aura. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's like I don't know. It makes you squeamish.
What if he said it was Morbin time?
Dude, I would have actually popped off. I'm not gonna lie. I remember watching that shit in the theater. I was pissed. Like I remember leaving that movie. I wasn't even mad. I was like so happy. I was like, dude, this is so bad. I was like laughing my ass off in the movie.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I can't see a single fucking thing that's going on. This is awesome.
Dude, it was unnaturally dark. Honestly,
Yes, like they were fighting and you couldn't see shit.
yeah. Especially that last fight in the sewer. That was just
This motherfucker used echolocation and rode on the sound wave.
Yeah. In the subways.
That's the funniest shit.
Yo, the writer who cooked that up, someone give this nigga a grand.
They couldn't just give him little bat wings.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
No, that's
Or just make him
cringe.
fly. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, he's in the subway. He's in the modern era.
And
Have
like
him ride sound waves.
the worst part to me is that I actually kind of like the way Morbius looks. Like when he's like actually like full
Revamped out?
morbid mode. Yeah.
That was fine.
Like, I kind of like the way he looks. Like he looks like Morbius. That's like the most accurate any of the fucking Spider-Man. Like he looks more accurate than the fucking movie Venom does. So I mean,
Yeah.
he doesn't have the fucking spider. They never gave him the spider. That's crazy to me.
And they could have. They had Spider-Man the entire time. No one knew that they just had access to Spider. They just chose not to use Spider-Man. I don't know why they didn't do that, but they just didn't.
they chose not to use Spider-Man and Kraven. And Morbius, too.
And in Venom.
Yep.
Just decided, nope, don't need it.
I forget. Did y'all watch Madam Web?
No.
I forgot that was even a Sony movie.
Yeah,
God.
literally. And then
Do you remember the plot of that movie?
Naked
I never
Spider.
saw it.
The dude had
Oh.
schizophrenia, and he was like, "These bitches are gonna kill me, so I
Well,
gotta kill them first."
The entire premise is that they're saving Peter Parker. Like they're saving him from dying.
and then you don't see him the entire time.
They never call him by his name. Like you
know it's Peter Parker.
because his uncle's name is Ben Parker.
Oh my god.
You know Severance, right?
Yeah.
The dude who plays Mark in Severance plays Ben. And he's like,
It's like anti-dick writing.
yeah, I know.
They just hate Spider-Man. Like,
He's like, he's the entire time he's like, yeah, my sister's like pregnant or whatever the entire time. And then like
his sister?
Peter's mom. And then like the entire time the dude is like, I'm gonna kill that little baby before it's born or like some shit like that. And then like Madam Web's like, oh no, we gotta save the baby. She uses her fucking time rewinding powers and like goes, oh no, I'm gonna lose again. And like that movie was so fucking bad. That was
Yeah.
such a bad movie.
Yeah.
But it's fun bad. Like I really enjoyed
I
that
just
movie.
remember naked spider people was a thing.
Dude, the spider freaks were crazy.
Yeah.
They were butt ass naked.
Were they actually
climbing-
called the Spider Freaks?
No, they were called like the Spider Tribe from Brazil or some shit. I don't know. They're like fucking butt ass naked spider people climbing up and down the trees.
That's about as accurate to like spider freaks as you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she was in the fucking the forest researching spiders, she got bit by the Peter Parker spider, and then she
Also
started
the same spider.
It's the same type of spider.
But it's not, gamma
on.
radiated or anything.
No, it's just like in this jungle. It's just like
Just a normal spider.
It's just the type of spider they have there. That's why they're spider freak people climbing up and down the
'Cause they're
trees
all
and shit.
But aren't
fucking-
the fucking spiders like genetically modified or like
Yeah, it
gamma
was like-
radiation
yeah,
or like
some-
some shit? Like,
No, they're from the jungle, Darren.
okay, my bad. It's just a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She starts dying and they fucking bring her to a cave. They're like, you're going to live so that you can save someone else's life in the future. Like, what the fuck
So
are you talking
Spider-Man
about?
isn't even
The
like a
chosen
unique
one.
freak accident. There's just an entire group of spider people.
The secret
Yeah.
society of spider people. Who made
Those are
Spider-Man.
dimensional.
The Spider Society? That shit?
Yeah, those are dimensional, buddy.
No, I mean like a secret society. Like,
like an Illuminati.
Do
But
you
for
count
spiders.
spider freaks butt ass naked running up a tree as a society?
yeah. Do they write?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know if they can.
They're probably just high off of fucking spider venom the entire time.
They'd be fucking badass. I hope they have a cameo in the next Spider-Verse movie.
No.
There's like the spider freaks like fucking running on all fours towards
No.
Miles.
they just close the door. And go like, yeah, no.
Honestly, that would be the best reaction.
They fucking run up, they stand up, and Miles like, oh, dude, put some pants on.
He's like, that didn't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, speaking, man. Haley Steinfeld can act. She was in Sinners. I
I still haven't gotten the chance to see Sinners yet.
She was really good at
I really
Sinners.
want to.
I did not, because
I've just seen the clip of her spitting in Michael B. Jordan's mouth. That's the only thing I've seen.
They spit in each other's mouths.
She spits in his mouth.
I just know they fucked, but I didn't know they.
Yeah, they fuck, but then she also spits in his mouth. She starts drooling, and he's like, "You're drooling." She's like, "Oh, you want some?" And then she spits in his mouth.
Oh,
I know what he's talking about,
Yeah. That's the only clip from that movie I've fucking seen.
And it's out of context.
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah. Because I just know because I saw tweets with like fucking 150,000 likes or some shit. They were
And
posting
people
that
just
clip.
gooning on, oh my
Yeah.
God.
Everyone in the comments was just fucking posting Shamik Moore pictures and shit. Like someone check on him.
Oh my God. Michael B. Jordan got in before he did. That is crazy.
Yeah, everyone was like talking about how they're like flirting on like set and everything too. Like during all their interviews and stuff, they're like actually
It's
like
over.
hitting on each other.
It's over, bro.
When anytime Shamik would do that with her,
Is
she's
she
like,
engaged?
she just got married actually.
Yeah, she just got married.
Yeah. That's pretty, I don't know. I don't know why it's pretty common. Like, I feel like regardless of whether or not people are in a relationship, a lot of the time when it comes to movies and like press releases and stuff, they usually
You
like,
build a relationship with the person you work
Yeah.
because you have to do intimate shit with them. You don't want to imagine being like you don't like the person and then you have to like
Yeah.
fuck them on camera.
yeah.
You know,
Even like Fantastic Four and shit like that. I've seen,
Pedro and the lady.
yeah, Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby like getting like, I don't know. Like, and I get it.
Close-ish.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like they're fucking like making out with tongue on the red carpet or some
Yeah,
shit.
of course not. Of course not.
But like, I don't know. They're like, oh, I love you. Like, they'll like dead ass like say stuff like that. I'm like, oh,
Like playing, like staying in the role of like a couple.
yeah. Because I'm like, damn, as her husband, I don't know if I'd be able to like watch that.
Right?
I
You
would
know what I
have
mean?
to like, I would have to know.
Like watching a movie is one thing,
Yeah, I would have to
but
know.
knowing she's not in character and on the red carpet doing that shit,
or
I'm like,
she
damn.
pretend to be in character. For,
Yeah, I'm like, damn, what the fuck?
this nigga don't even know you.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've heard a lot of people say that Pedro Pascal is gay. So if she was just like, oh, he's my gay best friend. I'm like, oh,
That
okay.
makes more sense.
I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Honestly, you think that's why he acted so well in the Nicolas Cage movie? He was,
Because he was gay.
yeah, he was just fanboy. Oh my God, yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if they like co-wrote that movie together.
Dude, it was such a fun buddy movie. Like now I keep thinking about that was just like an enjoyable movie.
That movie has to have been written by Nicolas Cage,
It
right?
was. It had to have been. It was his movie about him.
Like, because I can't imagine someone like approaching Nicolas Cage with that idea for a movie.
I feel like it was also like somebody helped him write it. He was like aware of like the Nicolas Cage like.
No, I mean,
You know,
absolutely, yeah.
Because like it gave like the I miss the old kind of vibe. It was just a Nicolas Cage. It was Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage just doing some wacky shit.
Yeah.
With like plot twists. You're just like, I came here to see you do this.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate this.
I don't know very many other actors that could have made that movie.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, like Nicolas Cage is the only person who could have made that.
He made that shit work. Because it would have been like The Rock, I would have been
Nah, lame.
it would have been kind of boring because
like,
this,
oh wow, this is the shirt I wore in Jumanji. This is the shirt I wore in Rampage. This is the like
same fucking
yeah,
shirt.
exactly, exactly.
I have an upcoming role for Jurassic World. It's the same fucking shit.
If Dwayne Johnson made a movie like that, it would take place in a jungle.
Yeah. This is when the hierarchy of power in the DC
Maui
universe
Islands or some
changed.
shit. Oh my God. Who else could have like what's his name? Ryan Gosling? No, Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling would totally do. I mean, he wouldn't.
I
but
could see Tom Cruise doing it. Actually.
yes, he would.
Tom Cruise would. Yes.
I could really see Tom
People
Cruise
would
doing
want
it.
Ryan Gosling to do a movie like that, but he would never.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the history for it.
I think that's kind of what it is. Like
It has to be an actor with a lot of history
to where
for
they
it to
can
work.
literally use their life story as part of the joke.
Well,
Like,
Ryan Gosling
yeah.
also thinks the memes about him are cringe, so he doesn't like.
Yeah.
oh, like
that
the
stuff.
Ken memes or like the
Well, no, not those. It's like the. You know, the people are like, oh my God, I literally want to be. I'm literally Ryan Gosling. Like, dude, I'm Ryan
Yeah.
Gosling. I drive
Oh.
too. Like, he hates that shit
oh my yes.
because it falls into like the Sigma male shit, and he hates that.
Yeah.
Got you. Because the character he plays. Okay, I get you.
Honestly, I could see it with Quentin Tarantino playing himself in a movie.
Yes. Yeah.
I could see
But
him
he
writing his last movie where he plays himself as his own main
But
character.
didn't he do some shit like where it was like someone had to like get pissed on have someone like some
Well, he acts
some
in every
weird-
single one of his movies.
yeah. He had to do some fetish shit and he was like, yeah, that's my role.
Yeah.
It's my role.
Yeah, he always writes a role for himself in the movies.
Yeah. So I can see him doing something like
And he always makes himself like a weird like scumbag or some shit. Yeah.
Was he in Django?
He was one of the slave wranglers or whatever the fuck.
And in Pulp Fiction, he was the guy, why there's a dead Nick
Yeah.
in my car. And then they're just like,
Yeah.
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 And he hard R that shit. I was like, that's the guy who wrote the movie? Yeah. And then
Yeah.
the Samuel Jackson's just like, I was just,
Yeah. Yeah.
that was Pulp Fiction was honestly that was probably like one of my favorite Tarantino. I haven't seen all of Kill Bill. But
I still haven't seen Kill Bill.
I haven't seen all of it. Like you know how I know.
I've never seen any of Kill Bill
yeah,
at all.
You know how I know movies. So
I want to watch it. I feel like
I did the first one.
I feel like I would like it, but I just haven't gotten around to seeing it.
That's like the whole meme.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know was till Kill Bill till like recently.
Mm.
Yeah, because I always heard the sound. But man, okay, who would you want to see though? Besides like Tarantino, like who would you want like if they could do it? Because like for me personally, I think I'm fan like my personal like sleeper pick. It wouldn't be Jack Black. He popped in my head for a second.
Jack Black would be kind of funny.
He would totally do that too.
He would do it, but I don't know if I would want to watch. The reason
that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't want to watch that.
because Nicolas Cage took himself seriously. Jack Black wouldn't take himself seriously. That's why I wouldn't really enjoy it as much. Who was his name? I'm seeing the face. I feel like I could watch Robert Downey Jr. do something. Like
too much of it would be dedicated.
He would just
to
be Iron Man.
I mean, he's got more acting roles.
yeah,
but
he has
he
like
would
Tropical
just be
Thunder.
Iron
He
Man.
has
Yeah.
fucking Oppenheimer.
I don't know if he would reference Tropic Thunder in that movie.
He definitely would.
He would. I fuck because Nicolas Cage talked about some of his like flops in his movie. Like he acknowledged his skeletons.
I think they're even talking about making a new Tropic Thunder. Actually,
We should.
I
That was a great
might
movie.
have heard the song about that.
Did y'all watch it with me last year?
Yeah, we watched. It was
Yeah.
it was on New Year's.
Was it? It was. I remember y'all because Nas
Might have
was
been
there.
I know we watched it on New Year's.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would watch a Robert Downey Jr. like Nicolas Cage-esque movie, something like that, where like he's playing himself.
See, because I was thinking Chris Evans almost when I was thinking it.
Okay, I'll say Chris Evans only because I liked his.
It'd be
every
funny
day-
seeing Captain America interact with all of like the comedies he used to do. Like,
Yeah. Because I see like his fucking character in like Scott Pilgrim and his fucking character in like Average Teen Movie or whatever the fuck it's called, like all that stuff. I can see that working.
I'll say that reason why I'm like agreeing with you. Not only why, but I liked how he played his previous Johnny Storm. I think that was in the Deadpool Wolverine movie.
Mhm.
And the way he was just like, Deadpool's he said this, and like, what the fuck, man? I didn't say that.
Yeah.
And just like that reaction, I like
Kind
that
of just
he's
like
very-
showed up and died.
Yeah.
Chris Evans is actually a really good like comedy actor.
Like
you don't usually get to see him
Comedies
do
used to
that.
be all he did, and then he
Yeah.
was Captain America all of a sudden.
Yeah.
That's America's ass. Yeah.
I really liked him in Knives Out too, actually.
Yes, he was good in Knives Out. He was as the evil brother.
Yeah.
Randall. Such a fucking slick,
Yeah.
evil ass, nasty name, Randall. I knew a kid named Randall. He was kind of gross.
Yeah, it is just like a gross kid name.
Yeah.
Wasn't the fucking dude from Monster Inc.
Yeah,
also
little,
named-
Yeah.
the lizard
yeah,
guy.
little lizard fuck.
Yeah. I never knew a Randall.
I know a Randall. I don't want to say his last name because I remember his last name. It was like some German shit. It was just like
Damn.
he was just a weird kid. It wasn't like he was like bad, but like he was definitely like you know, like you remember kids in elementary that were just overly eccentric. Like, what the fuck are you? He was just one of those kids.
I remember in preschool I was kind of a bully.
I wasn't a bully.
Just a little bit.
But like I definitely would like roast people in my head. Cause I was definitely like, okay, I'm weird, but you're weirder than me. I would be that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
pretty weird in elementary school.
I don't know, I felt like I didn't do anything super weird. I just had like anxiety as a child and I just kept comparing myself to other kids. And I was just like, wow,
Damn.
got a lot of shit to work on.
God
buddy.
forbid a man pick up some crayons and color or something. Shit.
Yeah,
See,
dude.
there was this kid in my preschool and he was albino. He was this white albino kid. He had white hair and red eyes. And
Red eyes.
yeah, typically when you're albino, you have red eyes.
I've always seen brown. What albino?
Although it was typically blue.
I think
That's because blue is the color when the pigment's missing. Yeah.
he had red eyes.
You can
dude.
have
I
red
don't
eyes, but
know.
that's like
That
a
is
naked
weird.
mole rat levels of like
Yeah.
albinism.
I told him he was possessed by a demon and he was a freak and to leave me alone and shit like
Oh my
that. So I
god,
didn't-
you're an
yeah.
awful person.
Yeah, I don't know.
I said some mean shit too one time. Okay, because
well, I mean, he was also like picking his nose and eating his boogers in front of me and shit like
valid
that. And I
crash,
was like,
reasonable
yeah.
crash out for a
God forbid
5-year-old.
preschooler.
Yeah.
Reasonable crash out for a 5-year-old. Mine was different.
Yeah.
I was at a grocery because you know how like kids will just be honest, like brutally honest, and because we don't understand. Like
Yeah, that's kind of how I was back then. Like obviously now I don't think that. I regret saying it, but
you brought this up, so I thought about it. I literally like just like with no filter. I was at like a fucking Target with my parents, and I just looked at this lady, and I was just like, "Hey, mom!" I whispered, yelled. You know, like a kid like tries to whisper, but they're basically yelling. I was like, "Hey, mom, that lady looks like Maria, but ugly." I said it just like that, and like she looked at me, and then she just tried to act like she didn't hear me. And my mom and dad were like, "You don't see that?" And I was just like,
that's his sister, by the way.
And I was just,
Previous guest. You should check out that episode.
yeah, and I was just, but it was because I was like innocent. I was just stating the truth. I wasn't trying to be mean. I was just stating the fact. I was like, I made an observation.
I remember this one time. Actually, this was when we were like first moving in to our new house over in Lawrenceville. I remember when we were first moving in, we had some like contractor who was out there installing like our washing machine, washer and dryer, or some shit like that. And this was like back when like the house didn't have any fucking furniture or anything in it. So my mom and I were just like sitting on the chimney in my living room. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I get you.
So I remember we were sitting there, and then I heard like the dude like rip ass in the other room. And I looked at my mom. I was like, "What was that?"
Oh yeah,
I didn't though. I don't know why. I thought it was like him fucking like moving a table or some shit, like scraped on the floor. But for some reason, I fucking like yelled it out. I was like, "What was that?"
Guys, like, fuck. When your mom was just trying to ignore, like,
my mom was like, "Shut the fuck up." Oh man.
Yeah, kid type shit. But you remember because it was just like you realized that was just you having a raw reaction.
Yeah, because I remember because I'm like, oh fuck, yeah. I'm like, damn, I didn't even think about that.
And I felt like for me, like as an adult, I feel bad because like I really like that lady did not look very attractive, but on the same note, like I shouldn't have said that because like she knew it was one of those things like she knew, you know.
That's so fucked up.
It's,
man.
It's like as an adult, it's like. You shouldn't have said that, but I said it. It's like, you don't think she knows? She knew.
She went.
First thing I did was call a kid fat.
Oh, I mean, I did that
It's
too.
pretty tame.
Kids are fat.
I got in trouble for calling a girl fat at school once. I remember that.
Did you have to get like ISS, like a little lunch in the corner, silent lunch, or whatever?
Have I never told you the story?
No.
Have I told you the story before?
No.
So this was on field day. This was like 4th or 5th grade, I think.
Mm-hmm.
This is back in my Foursquare days, and I played the fuck out of some Foursquare.
Some nasty shit.
So
I
was
do
playing,
remember you talking about Foursquare.
Yeah. So back in the day, like I was doing all this shit, it was field day, and I was like really hype on Foursquare. I wanted to play this shit, but I had to like go step away for a second and go talk to my friends. So I asked this girl, I was like, "Hey, can you save my spot in line?" Right?
Oh, is that type of behavior? Okay.
I was like, "Hey, can you save my spot in line?" She's like, "Yeah, that's cool." So I walk away for like, I don't know, 5 minutes or something. I come back. It wasn't even 5 minutes. I come back and I'm like, "Hey, I need to get my spot in line back." She's like, "I didn't tell you I'd save your spot in line." And I just looked her dead in the eyes. I was like, "That's why you're fat."
Attaboy.
So you said you should be a bully. You stood on business. You stood on fucking business. You're like, all right, bitch. This is why you're weight. You can't move.
She ran. She told the teacher. They sent me to the principal's office, and my grandma like came and was like telling me stories and stuff. She was like,
Anna goes, "Don't call people."
Yeah, I was like, damn, I just wanted to play Foursquare, man. I lost my entire field day over this. I was like, God damn it, man.
Yeah, sometimes it wasn't worth the risk. It's just like, damn, I crashed out.
She should have just fucking saved my spot in line.
Dude, I got in trouble for something. I couldn't remember what, but it ended up being like a positive thing because my teacher just like me and my teacher just watched because I was a good kid. I forget what I said or did something stupid. I said fuck. But like I was in 5th grade and then okay, so I was out of school, right? And it was a K through 5th grade school.
Yeah.
So there's middle schoolers. No, it was K through 8.
Oh,
so there's middle schoolers and kindergartners in the same fucking building. And sometimes with recess, they would like swap up kids at different moments. And so I was in like 6th or 7th grade and we still had recess and I was playing basketball with my friends. And as I, we're 11, 12, we know what swear words are.
Yeah.
And so basically I yelled fuck really loud. And like, I knew this teacher. I don't know if she fucking remember, but I've been in this school system I've been at this school system since kindergarten. Yeah. I literally went through from K through, I came in 8th grade to
something like that, yeah.
So in 7th grade, I was literally at this school for over 8 years. So I knew I knew who the teacher was. I was around here for 8 years. And basically she was bringing her kids out and then I just said fuck. And then she got my teacher and my teacher's like, hey, what, like, you as a teacher, but I was her favorite student. Sometimes you can just tell I was her favorite student, and so she was like, "Hey man, come on!" And so I got an ISS lunch, you know, the silent lunch things, and so I was just in her classroom, and then we just literally just watched like YouTube videos, and she gave me like a free like big bar of candy. It was like a fucking like those Starbursts, it was like a strip.
Yeah,
I literally got that and that for saying fuck, and that was it. Like she didn't write me up or anything. She just took me out of the playground.
Yeah.
And I was like I was in an air conditioned room eating candy, watching like fucking Bill Nye or some shit. That was a dub.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I stabbed a kid in the head with a fork.
You what?
I stabbed a kid in the head with a fork.
Nigga, you're violent. What the fuck? Why did you do that?
See, the thing is,
the fat thing was close. Okay, that was a fat bitch. Where did the preemptive murder come?
You know, the funny thing is, I didn't have a reason.
Oh my god!
I just did it.
Intrusive thoughts for
because I remember he looked at me. He was like, "Dude, what the fuck?"
His head just looked like an egg. You just wanted to.
Yeah, he had a big forehead. So I was like, I just want to see what'll happen.
It's the intrusive thoughts. I feel like that's how most murders happen.
That's what it was. Because I was.
Did he get like hurt?
What you said?
Can he get like hurt?
I mean, stab him. You just kind of like just.
There were. You see the 3 little holes.
Oh,
you just poked him.
Yeah.
Okay.
You said you stabbed him.
I mean, I did. He was bleeding a little bit. But I mean, it was a fucking plastic fork from school lunch.
So you cut him.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I went.
You scraped him up a little bit.
Like he was just like mid sentence, and I just went.
That's fucking. So you just. I'm sorry. I just wanted to see what would happen.
Yeah, he wasn't even like he wasn't crying or anything. He's like. What?
You were stunned. You're just stunned. You were having a conversation.
Like, what?
I love when the bionicle.
No, and I was cool with him too. That was the thing. Like I didn't dislike the kid. I was cool with him.
Crashed out on little homie just because.
I don't remember his name or anything, but like I remember we were cool. And then like after that, he stopped talking to me.
Obviously, he probably told his mom. His mom's like, "What the fuck is wrong with that kid? Stay away from him."
I don't remember. Like I legitimately in my head, I cannot remember a reason if there is one. I think I just did it,
bro, with the fucking plastic fork.
I don't know. I used to get in trouble a lot back then. For sure.
I hated getting in trouble, but you've met my mom. You know I was very much on
well, your mom's a teacher and stuff too. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I remember
always
like
on the straight and narrow.
They had to watch me use the bathroom.
You're that kid?
Yeah.
Okay, I had to get watched using the bathroom one time, but that was a different story. Because there's one motherfucker in kindergarten named Travis, you bitch ass. I hate this nigga. So basically, there was some kindergartners at my kindergarten. Oh, okay. Yeah, I went to the thing in first grade, not kindergarten. I went to a kindergarten at a regular school. This was a theme school from first through 7th grade, just full context. In my kindergarten, which was just a regular public school, I had the teacher named Mrs. Jesselnick, and then this fucker named Travis would go into the bathroom and tell the teacher I pulled my pants all the way down and peed.
Who cares?
I made fun of a kid.
No.
We all did, but like,
no, it was a get like they were. I forget.
Why does the teacher care?
It was like a potty training. Like it was like it was indecent. It was like they were trying to teach us like decency, which was like just to have it like a zipper fly down, so they would get upset that you just like you're at home just having your bare ass cheeks out with your pants on the ground pissing because you're around. You know, what if a male?
So stupid as an adult.
What if you're like a male teacher walking? I don't know if the male teacher might get, but
they have staff bathrooms for that,
dude. Imagine like you're walking out a movie or some shit and you see some dude do that. Fucking like
yeah, just bare ass cheeks, hairy. But basically, they were trying to train us not to do that, and I would never do that. My mom raised me not to do that shit. But this fucker Travis for like a month. Because my teacher, Mrs. Jesselnick, believe me, the bitch para, Miss Patterson, fuck you. I remember all your names, by the way. Fuck you. Miss Patterson believed Travis and would always like make like I forget what she would like, you know, not berate me, but she would get on my ass, like say, don't do this. She'd like, I remember one time they made me do a writing assignment or some shit because Travis, and like they because they're female teachers, they weren't in the bathroom.
They do a writing assignment for like pulling your pants down.
It was that's fucking ridiculous.
It's so stupid.
It was some kind of enforcement, basically. I got punished in some manner. I can't. The detail. I just remember that happened to where I was pissed off and I remembered it.
It's like for us to practice writing, we got to write about things we liked, I guess.
And
then
you apparently allegedly was bare.
You were practicing your writing skills in like first grade. You wrote
kindergarten. No, in the kindergarten for bare assing the bathroom. But you know what the fucking crazy part is? I caught that nigga doing it and I brought it up to my teacher, Miss Jesselnick. And then she came in and saw him and then she blew. Like after that point, she was like, "Yeah, no, you're good. You're good." Yeah. But no, fuck that guy and fuck Miss
Scammer get
Patterson.
scammed.
Literally.
Why the fuck would you even do that? What the fuck's wrong with you?
What do you mean?
No, not you. Him.
Travis,
like,
I don't
fuck?
fucking
Yeah.
know.
Spreading misinformation is funny.
I get. No,
Hey teacher, this dude pisses with his pants all the way down. Dude, his ass was out, dude. Everyone make fun of him. His fucking ass was out.
For a month, I was going insane because like because I hated getting in trouble, and they kept talking. I was like, I'm not doing this. Why are you talking to me?
Dude,
about
he's so intense. His fucking jugular vein is.
No,
like,
so
you see that? You see that?
Dude, you have to realize this is my first time overcoming adversity as a child. I was fucking
Dude,
pressed.
his temples are twitching.
I was fucking
He's fucking fuming.
When I think about this, I've never been more pressed in my life. I'll tell you right now, if there was any time I was gonna become like a sociopath, like crash out, it was right. Travis would have made me crash out, bro.
Jesus Christ.
On
That
his
shit
own
had me mad. That shit.
I can see why Travis had fun with that. Though.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's pretty funny just fucking over another
Just
kid.
seeing the way he's reacting right now. Imagine how he reacted back then,
Yeah.
dude.
Dude, I was so pissed. Fuck that guy.
This is why you're fun to gaslight. God.
Dude, it's not funny.
You are like the most fun person on the planet to gaslight. I'm not gonna lie.
That's like the kindergarten equivalent of like going to a Walmart, asking one of the employees help you find something, go up to a random girl and just be like, hey, my friend has a crush on you. What's your number?
Those are so fucking funny to me.
I've never seen that, but that sounds hilarious.
Every time I
And
see
it's just like the two awkwardly staring at each other like, I didn't say that.
I saw one. He's like, dude, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, he like chased him away after.
But yeah.
Did I ever tell you the story about when I was doing like fucking this shit in preschool?
You just couldn't put a shirt on right?
Nah, so
Your shirt was too
your
big?
teacher got mad.
yeah. So in preschool, there was a day when I was fucking like walking around like this, right?
Didn't I call your parents this one? Your dad's like, why the fuck are you calling me?
So that did happen one time. So I was walking around like this, right, with my fucking arm out my shirt like this, and my teacher was like, "Put your shirt back on," and I was like, "No."
Yeah, I remember.
And she was like, "Why?" I was like, "I don't want to. I want to walk around like this," and she was like.
I want to look like a fucking idiot.
Wait, you're just like, you experiencing free will? No.
Yeah. And she was like, "No, put your shirt back on. I'm telling you to put your shirt back on." I was
John
like,
with
"No,
free
I'm
will?
not doing it."
No.
And she was eventually like, "If you don't do it, I forget what she said. She was like, I'm gonna do something to you." And I was like, and I ran.
Just scared you too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm dead serious. I was like, "No." She was like, I think that's what she said. She's like, "I'm gonna put it back on for you. Like, if you don't do it."
You guys did the chicken dance in preschool?
Yeah.
No,
I don't know why, but yeah, we did.
I've never had to do it. I know what it is.
So like
though.
we did it like once a week or something. I would never do it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. I found it humiliating.
Yeah.
It was. It looks like a very silly dance.
Yeah, like I just didn't want to do it. Like,
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Oh, but
it's so weird that I remember that.
yeah.
Like every single time, I remember like, hey, can I just not do it? They'd be like, no, you have to, and I was like, I don't want to. And like we go back and forth like 6 times. I'd be like, okay, fine, just don't go to the fucking corner. I was like, okay, and I
Yeah.
just sat there and watched other people do it.
So fucking
But no, I
weird.
turned around and I didn't watch them. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. But
I couldn't like explain it at the time, but I just found it humiliating.
yeah, I mean, it is. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck started that
Weird,
shit.
like when adults, especially as a child, when you look back, when adults made you do questionable things, and you kind of just had that like
I'm just like, no, I'm not comfortable with this. Like, that's
no moment,
humiliating.
just like no,
Yeah.
like understand.
They're like, you don't want to have
Yeah.
fun? I don't think it's fun.
Yeah. No, and when I ran out the door, she fucking chased me down the hallways. I swear to God, she cornered me in the principal's office. I ran into the principal's office and she cornered me. And when she did, I fucking pulled my shirt back up. And I swear to God, I remember this shit so vividly. She looked me in the eyes and she said, "I'll get you next time."
like a Steve Bear circle.
I was like, holy
fucking
shit.
Steve Bear circle.
Because you were in the principal's office.
I don't remember why, but like specifically, I remember her turning to me and saying that shit that intense and everything back in the day. This was Miss Jackie. I remember her because I saw her years later. I remember seeing her years later. That shit was crazy. I was like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
That shit's so
I
funny.
wonder what that feels like.
From her perspective?
Yes, to like see a like brat just like grow up. I don't know.
Yeah.
That is
I don't
weird.
know.
You're like a totally different person than you were when you were like a toddler. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
I don't
also-
know what that even is. Like,
I think it's probably a good feeling
yeah.
because it's like they
It's
did.
like, oh, they're mature. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
it's
like
like,
it's
wow.
expected that you mature. So is it really something to like get excited about. I don't know.
I mean, but
like, what is that feeling?
It's probably sweet because it's like, oh, like all the
he used to be a kid.
like all the shit that he did was worth it. You know what I mean? Like all the like I mean like all the times he was like
what?
all like the really fucked up shit. Like oh wow, he's like a normal human now. You know?
Oh, you grew up conscious. Nice.
Yeah. Like that happened to me one time.
It's like every kid. I don't know if it's something they celebrate. I don't know.
I see.
One time, so I was at a Taekwondo place as my daycare and everything. We had like our teachers or whatever at the thing. One time when I was doing yard work for my grandparents, one of my old teachers from there was like an Uber driver. And she was like delivering stuff to my grandparents' house. And she was like, John, is that you? I was like, Miss Barry, is that you? What?
How do they recognize you?
She just recognized me. I was like, I don't know. It was so weird. It was crazy.
How old were you?
So when I was at the daycare, I was probably in like third grade.
Yeah, but how old were you when they saw you again?
I was probably like a junior.
Okay, so you still
okay. Third grade, you said?
Yeah.
You carry some resemblance.
That's okay. I thought that was like a preschool thing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I can't remember if she went up to me or I went up to her, but I think she went up to me from what I remember.
Yeah.
But that shit was crazy. I was like, wow, that's wild. That's crazy.
I feel like I've changed my look like 3 times, like majorly. Like people don't recognize me.
Dude, if I ever met my fucking like kindergarten teacher again, I don't know. Like, it'd be cool to just like.
Yeah.
She was old as shit though.
I was gonna say, I don't know if someone who knew you in freshman year only would even recognize you now.
No, they don't. Because like, as I ran into them at college and they were like, oh, what? Wait, what? You know, that's how it was like my entire like freshman, sophomore year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'd like meet people for the first time since high school. They'd be like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Darren.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I probably wouldn't recognize you either based on like how you looked in like middle school.
Fair enough.
I remember calling you Meatball Head.
Nice.
This shit has aged like wine.
Can we talk about other people?
I hope the mic got me picking like going like.
I'm sure it did.
But yeah, dude, I don't know. I think that's like one thing I'm like, because I'm listening to my coworkers. You heard about me and KJ talking about like stuff earlier, but basically like I work at like this office job where like some of my coworkers are having like kids and stuff, and like I don't know, just think about how I went through my childhood. And I was talking to my mom about this too recently. She remembers most of the stuff from her, like you know what I mean, like you remember. Basically, my mom was like, yeah, you remember everything. You just kind of have to filter it out and like, yeah, that was okay. This is not okay. But like, you know, you keep a fucking log of your entire life. Yeah. Because because when I was growing, I was still young and I didn't have enough world experience. I always thought like being an adult was like a switch you just kind of flipped off, like you just put off. But it's like, no, you still have all this childhood joy, but either it gets crushed or you learn to live with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that's crazy is like when you're a kid and you see your teachers in school and stuff all the time, you never think about them as like a person.
No, you just think about them at their job. But you don't even realize that's their job.
It didn't click like that for me until like 8th grade.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think it really ever...
Or 7th grade.
Because mom was always been a teacher.
When you start like hanging out with teachers like after class and stuff like that, yeah.
I think at high school I realized that like teachers were like regular people. Or like, I think in like early, or like late middle school. Because I had like a math teacher. He was like in his 20s though. So like it just... When I was, we were like, 12, 13? He was in his 20s. I was like, he seems more like not mentally my age, but like I could talk to him. Like I would kind of like have a more level-headed conversation of talking to someone who's like 50 and have to like think about what I have to say.
Yeah.
It was 5th grade when I like realized, no, it was 4th grade? Fuck.
Yeah. Because
cool teachers, man.
For like a while, like my mom... Because she was a teacher, I still kind of, I couldn't like differentiate between the job and a person. I just kind of saw them as the same thing. It was like, my mom's a teacher, you're a teacher. This is just who you are as a nurturing person that just makes sure I do my homework type shit.
But even now, like I can't imagine like my first, second grade teachers and stuff like that. Like, I can't think back and imagine what their life at home was like.
Could be into that.
You know what I mean?
I didn't have that thought until 4th or 5th grade because I had 2 really like cool teachers those 2 years.
Yeah.
Like my 4th grade, I had Mr. Finley. He would like, we'd talk about how he would like go to Yellowstone every summer and like get fossils for like dinosaurs and she could like bring him into class and they'd bring like geodes in, like crack him open. This was like super big in the Star Wars and would like talk to kids about
teachers that like gave you experiences.
Yeah, he talked about like a bunch of, I don't know, it was really, really cool. He would talk about his grandkids too because he became a grandfather in the middle of class one time.
Oh,
like he was reading a book or something, and then he got a call. He was like, hold on, guys. And he was like, okay, cool. And he hung up the phone. Guys, I'm a grandfather now. And I was like, oh, we were like, oh, that's so sweet. Like,
that's so cool.
Yeah. And then 5th grade was similar, but he was a way younger guy. It was Mr. McDaniel. He had like a tattoo of Optimus Prime on his bicep.
What the hell?
Shit.
That was awesome.
I didn't have any guy teachers until I was in middle school. I didn't have a single
had one
one
in
in
5th
elementary
grade.
school.
And he also was like super into comic books and anime. We'd talk about that
That's cool.
like with the students.
Yeah.
So I mean, I was like, oh yeah, teacher like people.
Yeah, and also when I first found out there were male teachers, I was like, that's a thing?
yeah, no, that shit blew my mind.
Yeah, I was like, this dude's here?
I thought that wasn't like a possibility.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I've seen dude librarians, I've seen like dude lunch ladies. I was like, a dude.
I thought it was like made up for shows.
oh,
Like I'm dead serious. Like I remember seeing like iCarly and like Johnny
Yeah.
Test, like Fairly Odd Parents and shit. I thought it was like dead ass just a thing for
yeah,
shows.
like a thing for like, it's like, that's weird. I've never seen it. And
I thought it was,
I thought it was
like,
a high school teacher thing.
Yeah, I
don't know
thought it was
why.
like the older you
I
get.
thought I was like,
more.
well, I mean, that is true. You know what I mean?
I thought it was only in high
To
school.
a degree,
Yeah.
I thought it was like the equivalent of like those jokes and shows and they put a dude in a dress.
Oh, that a
Oh.
male can be a
That's
teacher.
like dead ass how I viewed those when I was younger. Yeah.
I see.
When I was in 1st grade, I had this like really big crush on my teacher. And I remember I got so pissed off when she got married. I was so mad.
We had one of those too.
Yeah, I was so fucking mad. I remember I was like sitting there, I was like, I'm gonna beat him up. Or like some shit. I was like dead ass so
I don't think I've
mad.
ever had a crush on any of my teachers, but there was a hot teacher.
But you didn't have a crush? You just said she's hot.
No, but it was like my teacher. I just like it was a pretty lady.
So you had crush on a teacher. just
yeah,
not
it
your
was a
teacher.
pretty lady, and it was just happened to be a teacher. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like I'm not sitting in homeroom like not trying to be bricked up or some shit. It wasn't like one of those.
I'm like 1st grade, dude.
You know what I mean, just in general. Now that I think about it, I think middle school was when I was like, even the concept of being bricked up was a thing. Cause I remember,
I don't remember.
cause I remember I was talking to someone at Cruise, and they're like, "Yo, don't be bricked up giving this presentation." He didn't say brick; it was whatever the fucking word for. And I was just like, "Yeah," because that's the thing. But it was like the fact that we accepted that at that point was weird to me.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's like that was like because like I'm in 1st grade. You're right. No one was talking about their fucking favorite toy train, thinking my dick's gonna get hard. But after like middle school, like in that like that
was
pocket, that was like that was a conversation. Like
I was like so young when I had my first erection.
How do y'all remember this shit?
because you asked your parents.
No, I
I
remember
asked
it.
my dad. I literally said, "Dad, what the fuck is this?" He was like, "Look,
It's like I literally think I was in like kindergarten.
kindergarten
It was
was
like
like
first grade. I was like super early.
Wow.
I remember.
No, because I mean, I brought it to my dad because I was there. My mom, I asked my mom laughed. Then she like asked her father. And my dad was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Oh."
In like 1st or 2nd grade,
Mhm.
I don't know if this was an erection or not. I got hard in like 1st or 2nd grade, which to me now that it still doesn't make any sense, right?
Yeah,
Because that's like
yeah,
really
yeah.
young.
Yeah.
Neither is mine, but I just know what happened.
Yeah.
Like I remember just
Could be like
Being
a
bricked up on the couch, I don't know.
biomechanical,
But
just like a biological.
It freaked me the fuck out and it hurt. So I went to my mom and I told my mom, and she got concerned.
Okay.
So she brought me to a doctor,
Mhm.
and I went to a doctor and he was looking at my dick and all this other stuff. And he was like, yes, he has an infection.
What?
what?
I was like,
A
what?
plot twist.
I still to this day don't know if I actually had an infection
Or
or if,
just wanted to check.
yeah,
Just wanted to check.
I don't know if like I actually had an infection or they just like said that
Made
or
some
something.
shit
I don't know if they just said that because they didn't want to tell me what a boner is or something. So
So
like
it made you feel like you were weird.
nah, dude, I went to school and I walked around. I was like, guys, I have an infection. I was like,
Dude, like Halo.
no, because like I remember like I was looking down and like because it was hard, like it was like reflective, right? Like I could see the reflection of the light on like the ceiling, right, from my dick when I was looking down at it because
It's pale as shit.
yeah, because it was
Oh my
pale
God.
and I was shiny. So I remember I would go around to people. I'd be like, guys, my wee wee silver. I think it's how I told my,
real shit.
I think it's how I went to my mom. I was like, Mom, my wee wee is silver. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, if my kid told me that does sound like something. I'd be very like, what do you mean? Is it gray? Is it falling? What the fuck are you talking about?
And then I went to fucking school and we had this line And we had like this line where it was like a boy line and a girl line. I was like, guys, I need to move to the front of the line. I have an infection.
I'm special. Move out of my way. Dude, lunch lines was, they just could make us shut up by playing music. That was it. There was there was no argument. There was no discussion. It was just, you were too loud. They would play classical music and everyone tried to shut up. And if you were like talking, they would like move you out or some shit.
Yeah.
It was that was the thing.
You never had that?
Like silent lunch or anything like that? No. Or like, how if you guys were too loud in the lunchroom, what would the teachers do?
Tell us to shut up.
And if you guys never did, there wasn't like any they didn't like escalate to where like everyone had to be quiet?
No, we never got to that point.
We did all the time.
Yes, I guess we were just some badass kids, and these are my schools.
These are two completely different schools. So.
Yeah, so I guess you guys
maybe the teachers were sensible and just being like, oh, well, they're kids. I don't know. Like, what the fuck?
No, they definitely had.
As long as you weren't throwing food or getting into a fight.
No, they were just being too loud, and so the teachers probably couldn't have their conversations.
Well, like, no shit. They're like, people are loud around them, so they have to be louder to compensate for that. And it makes the room louder. It doesn't make any fucking sense to punish kids for that.
You know what I fucking hated? Oh, let's play the quiet game. I fucking hated that shit so much when I was younger. I don't know why. Like, irrationally pissed me off.
Just telling kids to shut up, but like in the subvert way.
What I would do,
covert way.
I would whistle when they played the quiet game, and I would hide the fact that it's me whistling so they wouldn't know. No, because I whistle like
that. I just like, who the fuck is doing that?
I swear to God, she was like, "Who's doing that?" And I kept doing it, and then she like had us all line up, single file,
like the Who Blew This Bubble.
Yes, I was literally just thinking about that.
I swear to God, she walked down the line. I kept doing it as she walked past me. She couldn't tell if it was me or the person next to me.
You should have totally pointed at them.
I think I did.
Like, just say nothing, just. Who blew this bubble is fucking insane.
I don't know how I learned how to whistle like that.
No, it's a cool skill.
Can you whistle normally? No, you can't. Okay.
Yeah. I had to like teach myself how to. It took me years to figure out how to do that because I always learned how to do it that way.
Yeah. Because you kind of do the Herbert the Pervert, like the whistle talk thing.
Hi there, Chris.
I learned how to whistle because I really wanted to do this.
Oh.
I had to learn how to whistle to do that.
I think my dad taught me, and he just kind of said like, I don't forget how he taught me, but yeah.
It's just whistling, but you're like pushing a gust of air out.
Yeah.
I remember people trying to explain to me like how to whistle. I never understood it.
It's hard because you have to tell yourself, like, put your mouth like this, move your tongue like this.
The same thing with blowing a bubble. I've never learned how to blow a bubble.
Oh, with gum?
Yeah, with gum.
I learned that.
Okay.
I learned that.
I never learned how to blow a bubble with gum ever.
You just flatten it with your tongue.
Dude,
and you go like,
I've had this explained to me so many different times. It does not make any sense. I'm
it's
telling
not
you.
even that hard. Like,
I'm telling you, I've tried my entire
just
life.
flatten it, and then you like
I'll
make
try to
it
explain
a
it
little
in a way
thin,
that makes my
like the
brain
consistency of a balloon, and
You
then
ever-
like hooks on like are the inside of your mouth. You just go,
This is too many steps to blow a bubble.
You ever
dude. I'm
just
sorry.
like, what's that shit you, like, you ever cement a brick before? You know how they put that cement shit on the brick? What? You know how they...
I'm not a fucking carpenter.
You know how they make a brick house,
doesn't
right?
do that.
You know how
Yeah.
you know how you know how to make a brick house, right? You get the cement and you spread that shit on the brick,
Yeah.
right? You do that, but with the gum on your teeth.
What the fuck are you talking
that's
about?
the worst explanation
You
of
close
Holy
you
shit.
close your teeth. You spread the
You don't need to
gum.
close your
on,
teeth.
You close your
You
teeth.
don't need to. You can flatten it on the
I'm
roof
trying to
of your
explain. So
mouth.
John, anyways, you close your teeth, you spread the gum on your teeth, and then you blow.
What?
Like you see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I've done it that way. It doesn't work. Motherfucker said like, oh, you know how you build a house with bricks? You fucking,
Spread it. You spread it.
right now, John.
Are you giving me gum?
Oh my god.
God damn it, dude! I just fucking ate
Is
goldfish.
this the last bit? The final bit? Are we going to teach John how to blow a bubble?
God damn it, dude! I'm like pissed.
All right.
I'm trying to like pick the goldfish out of my fucking teeth. You blow a bubble with this?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, John. 22 years in the making. You got this.
First, you gotta make it
Gotta lubricate.
gummy. You know.
Watch me do it first try.
Literally.
I'd be so mad.
It took you 20. It's like a soft skill. It's like, you know.
I've still never rode a bike.
We gotta do that. That'll be a fun.
That is crazy.
That'll be a fun thing
Yeah.
to do.
We should just put him straight on a motorcycle.
Jesus Christ.
You know, I've thought about it. I really have.
Jesus Christ. Don't do that. Don't.
I think it'd be funny.
Imagine just going
Meat
on,
crayon.
Yeah.
Just a skid mark on the road.
I don't know about y'all, but when I chew gum, I swallow it.
Why?
Like swallow the
Does
gum.
it taste good?
Yeah, it does.
Hmm.
Like my entire life, I've swallowed gum.
I don't know.
I was always told not to, but I was like, I might as well. It's just quicker. Like if you're going to lunch or something, it's like, I don't want to walk to a trash can and like spit it out. I'm just going to swallow it.
I guess that works. You could just also just spit into a napkin and throw it out the rest
Yeah,
of
but
your
I'm
food.
saying like if you're like in the line for
Just put it
lunch
on
or
your
something
plate.
like that.
That's what I would have done.
Do what a normal kid does and put it under the desk. I'm kidding. I never did that.
That shit pissed me off. Why are you going to fucking put gum under a desk?
Well, that also ruined it for other kids, and then they banned gum in schools.
Yeah. Also, when you accidentally touch it because you don't know
Yeah,
what's
it's just
that
nasty.
shit got me. I was like, bro, I will fucking strangle whoever did this.
You should put gum on like the toilet seat so someone like tries to lift it. Stretches
Top
out.
10 ways to get murdered.
That's a good one right there.
New TikTok trend, guys. Have you seen the new trend of them leaving like massive fucking turds in like fast food?
How do you take
Yeah.
how do you
Yeah.
take a big shit on command?
No, like
They're like fake turds.
Oh,
fake turds, and
okay.
they don't have like the fart spray and sprayed in the toilet. So like it was basically like a giant like
It's like the size of a fucking baby.
it's like a slab of ham.
Basically,
but
you can't flush it down the toilet. Is it?
Yeah, it's giant. Like it's actually giant, and they just blame it on like a random person.
So like light toilet vandalism, basically.
Yeah, but then they filmed the fast food workers was cleaning it up, like getting a
Dude.
bag and like grabbing
Yeah.
it. And, like,
Imagine being at Europe. Oh, I would fuck.
I remember I've seen a lot of them where it's like they're like, oh, my little brother is stuck in the bathroom or something like that, and they go like like, oh no, you have to crawl into the stall. And there's like some random dude in the fucking stall. He's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Just like convinces the worker to go crawl into the bathroom stall into some random dude while he's taking a shit.
That's interesting. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
They sent like a false report. No, that would ruin. Imagine I'm taking a piss and some guy just leans over. You okay? Nigga, what the? I'm taking a shit. Got it.
why are you whistling?
I'm trying to blow my fucking bubble, dude.
Work on it. Work on it. Get it nice and thin. You know, evenly distributed. You ever made like a bubble with your hand, like with soap, and do this? It's the same hole you want to make with your mouth.
Your mouth is always gonna make a hole when it's open, dude. What the fuck do you mean?
Like the formation.
A fucking hole? A circle?
Mouth shaped.
There's no lips on your fingers. You understand that, right? Like, what do you mean?
The teeth are here. The lips are here.
It's like you're just like describing what the fucking structure of a butthole is. Like, what do you mean?
You know, pull the damn bubble out, John. Just blow the bubble. Blow the bubble.
I'm trying, bro. I literally can't.
I can't either. What the fuck? Make it a little thicker.
I'm really trying to. I swear to God, I am.
Are you flattening out the gum?
I'm trying to.
Me too.
Push it against the roof of your tongue. The roof of your mouth with your tongue.
I mean, it's flat.
Now transfer from that to behind your teeth. Honestly, this gum might be kind of thin. I'm not blaming the gum. I'm just saying, like,
No, well, like
But you apologize.
I
like you don't
do
care.
it with this gum. But it's not like old enough yet. You know when gum gets older, it's like
oh, more elastic.
yeah,
Probably. Is there still sugar in yours? Like a bit.
yeah.
It's still a bit.
But like usually when I drink water, it gets like tougher. That's what I'm trying to do.
usually a little swiggy.
I literally can't, dude. I've never understood how to do it. Like the physics behind blowing a bubble with gum has never made sense for me.
It's like I don't know. My mom is the type. She can do like people who could pop gun like they can just pop like.
My mom can do that too.
My mom can do it. And I can't fucking figure out how to do that shit.
Mom would do it all the time when I was a kid, and I never knew how to do it. I like self-taught myself how to do this in like middle school.
The most badass thing to me when I was younger is people could whistle like that
That
shit.
shit,
Dude, I want to do that too.
I
It's like
still
so
can't figure
fucking
that-
loud.
I still
I
can't
did it
figure that out.
once my entire life and I was never able to replicate it ever again.
You just cracked it that one time. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I was like so fucking hype and then like I could never do it.
I had a Scoutmaster would do that shit. I could not figure it out. His shit was booming, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this blowing bubble shit ain't no fucking joke, dude.
That's just breaking apart.
Shit, man, I swear I've done it before.
I swear it doesn't usually happen.
Hubba Bubba. That's a good gum brand. You got that. You got that shit.
All right, I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm not gonna.
Next time.
Come on, Darren. Let's see it.
Come on. We need at least one bubble.
He's already blown a couple.
And this with a banger. Sound like deflating tire.
That's how I feel. Oh no. Did y'all have anything else you wanted to add? This is ridiculous.
This is a funny last little bit.
It's just like us fucking sitting around chewing gum.
Trying to blow bubbles. This was good ASMR.
Just ASMR,
yeah. Dude,
I hope y'all like listening to this.
Rip my skin off. Dude, I hate chewing sounds for like ASMR. That shit like grinds my gears.
Yeah, no, I hate chewing sounds. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like the worst noise.
Damn. Well, we appreciate you for watching and listening to,
as always,
this. New episodes every week. We always upload every Wednesday in the morning.
We are there.
We're always here every single week. Shout out to our friends at Cell Rays and everything as well.
Type shit.
But yeah, we appreciate you for being here. Watch out for yeah, there you go. And we will see you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.